Hey, yo! We gonna have some fun today? It's been a while since I've talked about anything in regards to dating, love, or going and finding it, all right? We're searching for that. It's the summertime, right? Don't we all want to find our special somebody? Well, we can, but the first thing we need to do is learn eye contact, because that's the gateway to the soul. That's how you can tell if somebody's truly into you. I'm not talking about those just one-off glances. Somebody new walks in the room and you're like, oh, somebody new walks in. And you just make a quick glance eye contact. No. I'm talking about, guys, when we're at the gym, you see these people all the time. Or wherever you frequent. All right? This applies to pretty much everywhere. I want to go over the two main ones that I see that are indicators of interest. Indicators of attraction. That's what we're looking for. If they're not looking at you, they're not interested. All right? Not to be the bearer of bad news, you can still get them interested, but you are going to have to go walk up to them and start the conversation without them inviting you in. The key of eye contact, the beauty of this, is it is the way for women to essentially ask men out without having to actually say anything first. The ladies that are looking for a boyfriend will use their eyes to talk to you. They will send you messages. They will say, hey, idiot. Hey, you attractive man, you beautiful motherfucker. I want you to come over here and talk to me. All right? So let's get it going. Let's figure this thing out. What are we looking for? So, first question I want you to ask yourself, every single person watching this, okay? This is your own subjective individual life. And if you found your way here, okay, are you looking for love or are you just looking for cheeks? Are you bored? Are you just glancing everywhere? You have nothing going on inside. You're not focused on your workout. You're not focused on whatever's in front of you. You just want to look around. Okay? That's the number one first question. Where is your mind state at? Because before we even touch on eye contact, I just want to remind you the most attractive version of yourself is the one that is authentically being themselves. And there is nothing authentic about being a deer in headlights, constantly looking around for validation, hoping that somebody is just going to, sprinkle a pussy, right? It's a little graphic, but that's kind of what it seems like. I'll see this all the time out in the real world. I'll see it in the gym. There are guys that are like, I don't know which girl's attracted to me. I'm just going to keep staring around at all of them. And I'm going to check out their ass, I'm going to look at their tits. I'm like, no, brother, figure out which one's eyes you want to look at, and then also have them look into yours, okay? And the best way to do that is to not look, not chase. Awareness, be aware, mirrors, game, all of this. Let's talk about it. So the first type, the consistent gander. This is piqued interest. This is probably the most common one, and I see it with mirror game especially. Less proximity game, which is when the female, male, whatever sex it is, it doesn't matter. This is unisex eye contact. Guys, come on. When they put themselves close to you, that's not going to be gandering. They're not going to sit within 5 feet of you and constantly keep staring. If they do, they want you to talk to them, okay? That's just that. End of conversation right there. Go talk to them. Go talk to them. If they're standing that close and keep looking, they want you to talk. Period. In the mirrors or from a distance, if you can tell that you keep getting eyes on you from a specific person that you may be interested in, that is showing piqued interest. They want to figure out what you are about, but they don't know you. They are not comfortable yet to put themselves in close proximity to maybe start a conversation. The door is kind of cracked a little bit open, but not fully swung open. So my advice here, guys, is if you want to become more attractive, if you want to be in a state of higher level of attraction, and you notice that you are getting gandered at, well, then the first thing to do is be natural. Don't freak out. Don't act like, oh, I know you're staring at me, and then stare directly back. Don't do that. Just be natural. Just smile, maybe a little corner smile at them, and then go back to whatever you are doing. You may be wondering, well, if they're looking at me and I smile back, why would I just go back to whatever I was doing? Why would I go back to the workout? Well, we're building attraction. And the best way to build attraction is for you to be focused on whatever you came there to do. This is a sign that you are showing back to the other party saying, hey, I see you. I'm smiling at you. Why don't you bring your ass over here? You can come closer to me. But for right now, I got these curls to do. All right? We're doing curls for the girls. That's why you keep looking over here, right, sweetheart? Exactly. Do you want me to be yoked, beautiful, and sweaty for you when you get over here? Exactly. What are we doing? And then after the smile, I would recommend, if you do have a gym buddy or you have somebody around, this is my personal favorite thing to do. Have a conversation, okay? Because while you're talking to somebody else, you are not only showing that you have social proof, you have friends, but you can display other traits that are highly attractive, like humor, being authentically yourself. Typically, if you're not being authentic, you're not cracking jokes, you're not laughing a lot, you are in a lower vibration. Humor, laughter, is a very high vibration. It is one of the highest. This is why everyone loves comedy. And if you don't like comedy, I don't know what to tell you. You just go watch George Carlin or Richard Pryor or somebody. Just anything. Just do something, okay? We're talking about getting a significant other here. You need to be able to handle the sauce and the jokes, all right? It's good for you. And then glance back while you're talking to them. You want to have a wide frame. This is an eye contact video, but still, frame is important. Your body language is important. Open shoulders. Be facing the person you're talking to. Have your eyes on them. You are having an open dialogue with your buddy, with your friend, whoever it is, and then you can glance, just as they're glancing at you, back at them. But the beauty of this strategy is because you're having a conversation, one of the best ways to change your eye posture during a conversation is changing of the gestures. Typically, it is good in a conversation to maintain eye contact. But there are those small breaks where it's like, hey, I'm not a serial killer, so I'm not going to stare at you like, the entire time. Right? So, if you two are talking, use the opportunity when there is something funny to crack a smile and then change your glance over to them. What they see, the energy that they just got sent from that, is that, hey, I'm having a wonderful time over here, and I'm thinking about you as well. This high level of vibe, this high energy, I'm sending it to you. I want you over here too. Don't you want to join in this conversation? Doesn't this look like fun? You are giving off such good energy. It is highly attractive. Okay? So key in on that. Key in on using your friends. Not like in a bad way, but be able to have conversations and utilize that conversation, that social proof, to build your attraction to whoever you are trying to attract. All right? And just going through what this displays: comfort, authenticity, humor, status, and of course, that you're not a serial killer. You do not want to just be that person in the gym that only works out, doesn't talk to anybody else, always mean mugging because you're listening to death metal. Am I just describing myself? A little bit. But you want to be able to be open. All right? You want to be authentically yourself. You want to move comfortably. You want to have open body language. And this leads to much deeper and amazing eye contact when you do have the conversation. But from a distance, from the mirror, it will come off that you are a more attractive mate or partner for this person. Now next, this is like the dead shot, kill shot, go in. The quick look and the glance down and the absolute hole in one. If they play with their hair, they play with their jewelry, they readjust their rings, or whatever they're doing, they're touching themselves, they start preening after making direct eye contact like this, and then, they get caught, right? Why do they look away? If they're interested in you, why are they looking away? It's because they're anxious that maybe you won't like them back. Girls are scared, all right? I'm talking about the ladies for this one. But typically, girls, they're not going to just stare at you. They're not like the hunter type where they're just eyeing their prey. It's kind of the flip side, all right? They want you to talk to them, and that's when the eye contact stays steady. But they do not want to be caught being the one chasing. It makes them feel bad, and it also could lead to, if you do not pay them back that attention that they're giving you, to feel like they are rejected. And that lowers their vibe. They do not like that. It feels bad, and it makes them look worse in front of all the prospective mates in the rest of the gym. Guys, we are just evolved monkeys. It's just how it is. All right? So, if a girl glances at you, looks down or away, right? These directions, not up. Up is like they think they're better than you. At least this is my interpretation from what I've seen, okay? But the quick eye contact, down, and then they're playing with their hair, touching themselves, necklace, jewelry, any of that, go in for the kill. They want a conversation. Most likely, if they're that close to you and they're playing with themselves, they're probably detecting some pheromones. So now you have the other senses in play, and you need to go in for a conversation. Use all the senses. Obviously, do not start out with touch. That is weird. But keep the eyes on them. That is visual. You are sweating in the gym. Your pheromones are coming off. They smell you. Women like the smell of sweat. Same both ways. It doesn't matter. Everybody likes the smell of whatever they're attracted to. Okay? So get close. Get in there. Have a conversation. Use all your skills that you've learned over the years of being yourself to impress this person with who you are. Do not just start laundry listing off a bunch of achievements and bullshit that you don't need to do. Just be yourself. Just be authentic. That's really all you need to do. Eye contact is the easiest way to tell if somebody wants to have a conversation. Don't overthink this. I'm going to get into this at the very end. But overthinking, fear, anxiety, doubt is what kills the most relationships before they ever even have a chance to start. It's because you make eye contact, you see the person, you have that piqued interest, and then you don't go and talk to them because you get in your head. Part 5 down here. I want you to know that you are attractive. You are beautiful. All right? Ladies, guys, whoever it is, you are beautiful. Say that to yourself over and over. I am attractive. I am beautiful. People love me. Okay? I'm the best at whatever I do. I'm the most authentic version of myself. I'm always walking my higher path. Say it to yourself and you radiate it outwards. But when you have the mental aspects going on up here that are negative, that comes out as well. People pick up on that energy. That's the shifting eyes, okay? You don't want to have that. You want to be able to keep them locked in. And you want to portray that energy. You want to convey it to them and say, you know what? I love myself, and I would love to have this conversation with you. Do you want to come over here and have it? All right, come in. Have a smile. Be inviting. Open body language. I know I'm keep regurgitating the same points, but there's really not that much to human attraction. Like, you could read 1,000-page books on it, and it doesn't change too much. It's very simple. You will know who's attracted to you based off who you are attracted to. Everyone else is you pushed out. If you feel a draw towards someone, I guarantee they probably feel a slight draw back. Unless this is like a Taylor Swift type of situation where it's like you're just a fan, she has no idea who you are. This is, you're in a confined space in a gym, you see each other regularly, and you keep making eyes with each other? Okay, well, you gotta suck it up. You just gotta suck it up. If they keep looking, they're interested. Period. Part 4. You have to keep eye contact while speaking. You will only really want to break this with a gesture, at least during the first conversation. I touched on this earlier with the whole like serial killer vibes. If you're constantly staring at them, that's not good. However, if you're in a conversation and your eyes are doing, I don't know what to say. I'm going to keep looking around. I'm looking at the clock and I'm looking at you and now your boobs, your ass. I don't know what to, not attractive. Not attractive. That comes off as you're not competent. That's how females take it. If you have shifting eyes, not good. Not great, guys. Okay? So take care of your eyes and use gestures to take your eyes off of theirs. What do I mean by this? If you crack a joke or you're moving around, let's say you talk with your hands, like I do a lot. It is okay then to be like, oh yeah, and then you can look away for a second, as if you're imagining something, as if you're visualizing something. You're taking them on a journey. It's exciting. You're going to start to notice their eyes will follow where your eyes start to look. But you're using the gestures so it seems much more natural. You want to keep the entirety of this conversation authentic, natural, and flowing. It doesn't need to be shifting around. There needs to be no anxiety or fear, any of that. Just be yourself. And it's okay to be weird, okay? I'm weird. I say outrageous shit in first conversations with people, and it gets them laughing. And you know why I do that? It's because I'm comfortable enough to know that if they don't like me based off of one thing I say, it's not going to work out in the long run. But saying something that is very out of pocket is incredible. You know why? It releases all the tension, especially when you're talking to a girl. Because now if you say the first out of pocket thing, well, now they kind of feel comfortable again. They're like, oh my gosh. All right, I don't have to stress out too much. They're a weird one too. So I can be a little weird. I can be myself. Because a lot of people, we wear masks throughout the day. So guys, let me know if this helps. If you need any more type of signal choosing stuff, just ask in particular. I don't know. There isn't too much to this. I mean, genuinely speaking, just watch the eyes and do not zone out. And what I mean by zoning out is where you're just, well, I guess zoning in. Zoning in on one thing. Don't just look at body parts. Don't just look at one girl. Kind of back yourself out and realize who is all here. Be aware of where everyone's energy is, where their awareness is, and where they are looking. And you will find way more mates or potential partners to be with that you can go and talk to. You just have to key in on it. If you are completely focused on one person and that person does not pay attention to you, you are just wasting your time and you're making yourself look like you are in complete lack. All right? Love you guys. Namaste.